Hi there, thank you for joining us for a quick overview of BodiTrak PRO software, our basic software that covers all of the sensors that we manufacture in most cases, especially if you're in rehab or in product development. This would be the software you're using. And so we're just going to take a quick drive-by through the process here. You can see at the top there's a version listed, and you will be receiving software on a flash drive, which you can then insert in your computer and then download. If there is a more recent version, if that computer is connected to the internet, it will reach out and try to pull that down as well. If you're in an environment where the IT controls downloads and controls flash drives, you may need to go to them and ask for permission to download via link, and we can provide a link to do that. And as I mentioned, pretty basic layout here right now for the basic sensors we use. So standard templates, any kind of a rectangular or seat size sensor, even temperature sensors, the basic display you'd expect with pressure mapping, a seat and back template. So if you're going to do a seat in the back in an automotive environment or for a tilted space system, things like that. Standard template with video, so now you can have a video image of the individual matching with their pressure movements, or the movements on a sensor, showing the pressure distribution. So if they go into a tilt or something like that, how does the pressure redistribute? And then a dynamic template is typically for a custom size or shape of sensor that we're doing. And you also have this here is a load a save session. So if I want to load a session that we already have and reopen a file for review, I can go here and go to, it's all saved in a directory called BodiTrak, and then in the BodiTrak directory I can go through and find a file. I'm just going to pull up a convention loop that I use, and this is typically what you'd like to see in a pressure map. You've got your colors, so lower to hotter colors. It corresponds to the thermometer here of 5 to 200 millimeters of mercury. You also have a 3D representation that you can enlarge if you want and rotate if you wish. And then down the side here you have information, session information. If anything's been put in the background, you can put a little note in that. That'll be included any reports that you do. I can clear the session, start over again. I can save this or rename it. And then I have export features here as well. So now I can talk about exporting to Excel or as a CSV, or go through the steps of generating a report based on the information I've gathered. You can add or take away the grid here. You can add or take away the numbers. You can rotate the image on the screen, so whether it's in the direction that's more helpful for the therapist as they're looking to the person in a wheelchair, or if it's more helpful for biofeedback for the person in the wheelchair or on the surface. And then we have something called gradient view, which is useful with caution. This calculates the millimeters of mercury per inch or centimeter, and it gives you an idea where shearing can be happening, as these are the locations where pressure is changing fastest spatially. So you can see on the screen it's per inch, not the actual millimeters of mercury. So this gives you a little idea where shear could be happening in this seat in this particular circumstance. And it's also related to high normal forces, so no surprise that that's the same area where high normal forces are. And as you'll note, there's a black box here. This is related to dispersion index. We'll talk about that in just a second. And then on the bottom here you have a scan or a record. We'll get into that when I attach a map to the system here in the next video. You have I can do a playback here and start to go through the files, or the scans rather. You can see I've got an 1188. We won't wait to go through all them. You see how the statistics are changing. You also have the date and timestamp here. And I'll just quickly pull up dispersion index here. You can just grab these and pull them up to the top and add them into the discussion. So I'll add it there. I'll say save. Now you can see dispersion index. If the image, or on the image here, you can see it encloses the IT area and sacral area. If that area is above 50% based on the research that was done, then you are going to have potential for some tissue trauma here. And again, your 3D representation, color bar here. These are different distributions you can look at, different ways you can divide the image. But you can't have dispersion index on at the same time that you do the regional views. Or you can even make your own shape here. So we'll cut this short here and move on to the next video.